Jamie Watch here at Austin Peay State University, and we're going to go ahead and instruct and demonstrate 2 setups on barbell deadlift. Okay, it is important to distinguish the fact that deadlift is inherently a lower body pull, and so we really need to get our mechanics into position to 1, hold this bar off the floor, and 2, hold this bar towards ourselves as we stand up with it. Okay, before we get into some fundamentals, we need to understand that our spine, just as with the barbell back squat, needs to remain as straight and locked in as possible. We accomplish this again by a slight low back arch and pulling our shoulder blades back towards our spine, producing a big open chest. Okay? Now, when you compare the initial setup of a deadlift to, say, a barbell back squat, we're actually going to get our hips raised slightly over the bar and cover it with our chest. The side view here is going to look like this. Okay? So, quote unquote bottom of back squat, alright, we're actually going to raise our hips and cover this bar with our chest. Okay? Notice how this bar stays very tight to my shins. Alright, in order to be able to pull this towards us, this bar on our ascent needs to slide all the way up our legs. Okay? So what this looks like here is hips and shoulders rise together and we pull this bar towards ourselves. Finish with a big glute fire, big open chest. Now, on the return, this bar needs to take the same path on the way down as the way up. To accomplish this, push the hips away first and recover that bar with our chest. Alright? Let's talk about 2 setups here. Okay, the first one, a conventional deadlift setup. Our feet are going to be shoulder width apart or slightly narrower. Alright? And our hands are going to be just outside of our hips, outside of our feet, and alternating for grip strength. Okay, on our setup, hands directly underneath our shoulders. Again, cover that bar with your chest, hips slightly up. Alright, as we pull towards ourselves, again, big pull towards ourselves, big finish, and then return the same way on the way down as we cover that bar. Okay? A sumo setup. We're going to overemphasize our athletic position, our neutral position, so wider and even more toed out. What this is going to do to our mechanics here is our hands are going to actually have to come on the inside of our hands. They're still going to remain directly underneath our shoulders and they're still going to remain alternated. Other than that, the mechanics remain the same. Bar stays nice and tight. Cover that with your chest. Pull off the floor, pull towards yourself, big finish, and return the same way that you came up. And that's a barbell deadlift.